Hey everyone, it's Lindsay. I'm going to do a really quick video because I did one yesterday on items that you need for HCG and stuff that will help you kind of get through it. Then I had a couple questions from a few of my friends asking what is actually the process of HCG. So, make it quick, this kind of just to give you a brief idea of how it kind of works and what you got to do. Some people do what's called 20 days, some people do a 40-day short and long runs of it. It's the only difference is if you have more weight to lose, you go for a longer run. On your longer days, let's say you're doing injections, drops, pellets, whatever you choose to do for HCG form, on your 40 days, you're going to skip one day a week of taking the HCG, and that is so your body does not hit immunity. Otherwise, the 20 day short runs, you are going to do the HCG daily. You do not skip days at all. So really quickly here, let's say you're doing injections, like myself, I do injections. So your first injection day, you're going to take your shot first thing in the morning, you're going to weigh yourself. From that point on, you're going to drink your first day of injections, you are going to, get up, weigh yourself, take it. You're going to eat non-stop all the highest, fattiest foods as you possibly can, all day long, as long as you can, all night. What you're doing is storing all your fat pockets. All these fatty spots on our bodies, it's going to just soak it all in, and that's what we want. You want to gain weight. You want to load. So all day long, I said, eat nonstop. If you've been craving something and you haven't had it in a while, go get it. Eat it. Get it out of your system. Second day, you're going to take another injection, first thing in the morning again. Repeat the same thing as the day before. Keep eating again. So your first 2 days are loading days. Non-stop eating, packing it all in. Your third day of an injection, and that's when you're going to start what's called P2, which is VLCD, which is very low calorie diet day. That's when you're going to start your 500 calories. You are going to do for breakfast. You're not going to have breakfast. You're going to have coffee, tea, or water, whichever you want, as much as you want. Again, you can use stevia and stuff. Lunch comes around. I do mine anytime from 12:30 to 1:30 every day usually. You're going to want to do your choice. You're going to have 100 grams of protein, which is chicken, beef, fish, whatever you choose to do. You're going to do 1 or 2 handfuls worth of vegetables, a good amount. Do your vegetables, and you're going to do your fruit, apple, orange, grapefruit, or strawberries, whichever one you choose to do. So, and that is your lunch. And throughout the day, drink lots of water, drink more teas, non-stop, drink lots of fluids. Good. Dinner time, you're going to do the same thing again as lunch, but switch it up a little if you want. Do a different protein, do a different vegetable, and do a different fruit. That's your day. That's what you eat for the rest of your journey while you're on HCG doing your injections. Now, the very last injection day, you're still going to continue doing your 500 calories, and HCG stays in your system for 72 hours after you take your last injection. So, which means you're going to continue your 500 calories, whether it be 2.5 days or whatever, 3 days. So 72 hours. So the last injection day, you do your injection, follow through, do the 500 calories. The next day, you do not have anything to take. So you're not taking your HCG, but it's still in your system. So you continue to do 500 calories. Following day, you continue to do the 500 calories. So once 72 hours hits, that's when you start what's called P3. Lord. So P3. Which means you can pretty much eat a lot more in quantity-wise, and anything as long as it doesn't have any sugar or carbs. So feel free, there's so many good tasty things you can do, variety-wise, and enjoy P3. It's a fun stage because you get all the high fattier foods, but they don't have sugar and carbs. So you're fine, the whole point of that is maintaining. It's not necessarily to lose weight, it's to maintain your weight for 3 weeks. If you want to lose, I know some people say you can exercise on it and you can actually try to lose a little bit, but otherwise P3 is maintaining. P4 is your 4th week where you get to start incorporating carbs and sugars again. So start introducing it back to your diet, and then you live your lifestyle of your eating habits. You can go back to eating things and enjoy your food, but in moderation, and watch your weight, and you kind of know how to correct it now. Sorry, my son of course wakes up right when I do it. So that's pretty much an overview. There are things called, let me grab him. Okay, sorry you guys. So I left off on P4. which is, look at my hair, I'm crazy. I just got out of the shower, if you can tell. So once you're on P4, like I said, that's called life, you know, maintenance-wise, where you're basically going back on a normal diet. So there are a couple things people have asked. Apple days. What is an apple day? Apple day is when you're on P2, which is VLCD, very low calorie diet. It's basically when you hit a stall. If your weight doesn't change within 2 days, or I think it's actually if you have a gain as well, you do what's called an apple day, where you do not drink any water all day long, don't drink anything, and you can have up to 6 apples through the day. I've had 3 or 4 a couple times when I've done them, and I couldn't even eat all 6. But you can do the biggest apple as you possibly want. Doesn't matter, but you have up to 6 to choose from. That apple day will help break your stall most of the time. Some people don't always have the best luck, but I did every time I did it. So that's what an apple day is. You only do apple days on P2. Some people do them on P3, but you're supposed to do them on P2. Now, what is a steak day? People ask what steak days are. Steak days are meant for P3, not P2, not VLCD, which is the same thing as P2, P3. Those are the days, so when you're on P3, you're eating everything with no sugar, no carbs, and you're eating nonstop. If you weigh yourself one morning and you are over, I believe it's 2 pounds, if you go over 2 pounds, from that point on and getting on that scale and you see you're over 2 pounds, you do a correction day of a steak day. That means you are going to not eat anything throughout the day, but drink fluid. You can drink your water, coffee, and tea. You can definitely have that. But once dinner time comes around, you want to go and get the biggest, fattiest steak as you possibly can intake. I mean, if you can get 3 on a plate, eat 3. And then you're going to follow it up with either an apple or a tomato. That steak day is going to help you for the next day. You should have a pretty good loss. I did every time I did it. Some don't, but that's what's called a steak day. So apple day is P2, steak days are P3. So hope that helped a little bit just to give you an idea of the diet. And make sure you do your inches before you start. So measure yourself all out everywhere, and then measure yourself when you're done. You're going to notice it's called pounds and inches. So there's some days you may not release a big amount of weight-wise, but you're still releasing in inches. So that's pounds and inches. Like I said yesterday, go read pounds and inches. All right. Can you tell we're tired? So, all right, take care, you guys. I wanted to do that really quick and let those of my friends know, basically instead of having to explain it all through text or phone. So, all right, take care. Talk to you guys later. Bye.